Good morning. I want to thank everybody for a great Wednesday night service. Hope to see you all again Sunday morning. Recently, Kitty and I took our first airplane flight since the pandemic. We hitched an early ride to the airport, and then our flight was a little bit delayed, so we had plenty of time to sit around. One of the things that I enjoy doing while I'm sitting in the airport is watching people. Of course, they're all strangers, people that I don't know, and it's interesting just to see what people are wearing, the things that they do, what they carry with them, how much time they spend on their phone. But when we get close to people, we start forming some real opinions about them. And we all know people that we think way too much of themselves. We also know a lot of people that have very poor esteem of themselves. In recent years, I've noticed how people tend to talk about past events, things in the history of themselves. And I don't believe it's because everybody has short-term memory problems and we can only remember the things in the past. I think it's probably because we use some sort of literary license when we tell these stories in the past because nobody can verify them. We kind of pump them up, make them sound a little better than they should. We stretch the information just to make them sound better and more interesting. More disturbing thing that I think is the reason why we talk about the past so much is because we're not really doing anything today that's worth speaking about. Did you ever think about that? Romans chapter 12 is a chapter that I go to a lot. This morning I want to read Romans 12 verses 3 through 8. And to me, Paul is encouraging me to think about myself with a sober mind. He's also encouraging me to be a self-starter. Listen to what Paul has to say in Romans 12, beginning in verse 3. For by the grace given to me, I say to every one of you, do not think of yourself more highly than you ought, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment, in accordance with the measure of faith God has given you. Just as each of us has one body with many members, and these members do not all have the same function, so in Christ, we who are many form one body, and each member belongs to all the others. We have different gifts according to the grace given us. If a man's gift is prophesying, let him use it in proportion to his faith. If it is serving, let him serve. If it is teaching, let him teach. If it is encouraging, let him encourage. If it is contributing to the needs of others, let him give generously. If it is leadership, let him govern diligently. If it is showing mercy, let him do it cheerfully. All of those things call us to call on the gifts that God has given us and be self-starters to put them into practice. Be safe. Stay well out there.